Hi, this is Sanjay Sharma from salespathshala.com with post number 32. Today we shall be discussing about how to increase your sales productivity by improving your conversion ratio. Before we talk about improving the conversion ratio, let's understand what is conversion ratio. Conversion ratio is the percentage of sales that you achieve out of the total number of calls made by you. For example, if you make 100 calls over a period of time and out of these 100 calls 20 customers end up buying from you, this would mean that you have got a 20% conversion ratio. Conversion ratio depends upon three important factors. First one is your knowledge. Now the knowledge that you have can be of product, competition, customers, market, other areas surrounding you, and everything that's happening around you comprises your knowledge. So you must keep your eyes and ears open and ensure that you gather maximum facts of the things that are happening around you and in your organization, even with your competitors, and even with the old customers of your organization. So you have to be very, very focused on gathering information, because knowledge is going to help you in navigate your way to success. So after having discussed about knowledge, let's look at the second factor. The second factor is your selling skills, because when you are in the market, you are talking to customers. Now most of these customers are strangers. They have not met you before. You don't know about them, they don't know much about you. So you have to create a good impression on these customers. How you create a good impression? You have to present yourself in the best of the ways. Now when you present yourself in a strong manner and the customer has certain observations about you, he has to perceive you as something which he feels very interested about and he wants to speak to you. Where he opens up and he talks to you, you develop a rapport with the customer. So after you develop a rapport with the customer, you have to get into discussion with the customer, where you find out the needs of the customers. You have to probe, ask questions and find out the need of the customer. Once you have identified the need of the customer, then you have to also ascertain what is the solution that you want to give to the customer, which is going to be the most suitable offer for the customer. Once you make that offer to the customer, you have to also look at the right timing when you make that offer. Once you make that offer, the customer may have a lot of questions asking about the complexities of the offer and questions related to the product itself. So these are the questions which the customer has as doubts. So you have to clarify these doubts. Once you answer these doubts satisfactorily, you have handled the objection. Once this objection handling phase is over, you can ask the customer whether he really agrees with you that he needs this product and the product is suitable for him or not. Once that agreement is there, then you can talk about asking for the order. When you ask for the order, the customer has to accept your order because he has agreed with you. So these are the steps and you have to master each of these steps. Another important area here is that if your product involves negotiation, then you have to also focus on negotiating with the customer. While negotiating with the customer, you have to remember that you have to balance both the things, because customer is going to ask a lot of things from you and probably you cannot really offer everything that the customer demands. So you have to strike a balance between what you can offer and what the customer demands. So you have to see what your company policy is and what level of offers will lead to a profitable sale for the organization and what will actually satisfy a customer. It's a tough job, but you have to balance this. That's also a part of the negotiation skills. And once you are doing everything right, so from start to finish, from the time you go into the call, when you introduce yourself, to the time when you walk out with an order, there are a lot of steps involved, and with each step you have to focus and get it right. Anything that goes wrong will spoil the sale. So it has to be 100% perfection. If you are perfect 100%, then only going to get the business. That is something very, very important to understand, and that is the complete gamut of your selling skills. So each component that we discussed comprises a component of your selling skill. So once you master your selling skills, we come to the third part, and that is your attitude. You must have a very, very strong positive attitude. Positive attitude is very important for you because of three advantages that it brings to you. First one is you're going to face a lot of rejection in the market because the customers are not going to buy your product very easily because they're going to accept you. As we discussed, they are all strangers and you're meeting for the first time, so they will not probably accept you so easily. Therefore, the rejection rate is very high. So you have to have a very strong and positive attitude to accept that rejection, to understand that they're not rejecting you, they're rejecting the idea of a product, or they're not comfortable speaking to you. Once you are able to take that in stride, the second challenge that you face in the market is that you have a lot of competition, and the kind of questions that the customer asks, you have to be very positive to find out the right information and always be ready to give the right answers to the customer. Then the third area that requires attention is, once you're having positive attitude, you are going to be very well prepared in the market. You will have a lot of focus on preparing yourself and keeping your things in place and ensuring that you are having a very sound preparation, and then you go to the customer, you are having confidence that you can go and meet any kind of customer. So your self-image and the kind of confidence that you have will come from your positive attitude, where you prepare yourself and you be confident about yourself when you go to the market. When you do these things right, you will be very confident, and it's definitely going to help you in improving your conversion ratio as well. So for example, if you are getting 20 customers out of 100 calls that you're making earlier, now if your conversion ratio improves, you might end up making 100 calls and getting 25 customers. Now there is a 5% jump in your conversion ratio, which means a lot of business for you. Let's say you're making 100 calls every week, so you're getting a jump of 20 customers every month. So that is a big jump for you. It's going to make a big difference in your target achievement, in incentives, and your overall achievement for goal sheet, which is going to help you in climbing the ladder of success and becoming a hot favorite of your bosses. Today we have discussed about the areas that we have to focus on to improve our conversion ratios, which will help us in improving our sales productivity. These include product knowledge, our attitude, and our selling skills. So when we focus on these three things and we work hard on it and we keep on improving ourselves, and our conversion ratio will also improve, helping us in doing better in the marketplace. So we are ready to win the market and improve our conversion ratios. Let's practice it. Go out and create a great success story. Good luck.